Jeff, switch the camera forward. There it is. Boom. Hey, this is episode 4. Daddy's back, bitches. What's up? Jason DeVillas. This is The Option. And today I have Cassie in the house. Try camera 2. In the house. House. So camera 1 and 2. That's it. That's it. Say what's up, Cassie.
Hey guys.
There she is.
What's up?
So cool, guys. You got questions, we got answers. We got Jeff Samuels on the text, super subbing for Miranda, who is doing
Yeah.
she's doing what do you call it? Intra squat? What does that mean?
They have a tournament today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to get Torin, but they said Rob is playing Torin. When I asked them if they were sure, are you sure? So we were going to do like a highlight video, Cassie, but since the music comes up on this computer and there's no sound on that, we'll just leave that. We'll leave that alone, and we'll get her next time. We'll give her around my birthday.
All right. Yeah.
She's going to come back at me from a different angle. So Cassie, you just played in New York, right?
I did. Yeah. I just went to New York, played with Pre Lima from Florida.
Okay. All right, and I wish I was there. I had to choose a girlfriend, and I chose the hotter, darker one. You know how that is. You know how that complexion brings out the abs, right?
I know.
So, and my biggest concern was you were playing Callahan and Salgado, which I thought was like a main draw worthy team. They'd beaten remember they beaten Kelly Clays and Brengie Wilkerson in Huntington. So
yeah, they had a really good run in Huntington.
You some way beat them. I'd love to know how. What were some of the things you did well?
Yeah, well, we saw them second round of the quali. And so we obviously knew they were going to be in our path if we did our job the first round. But for us, Bree and I, we scouted them, watched some film, saw what their tendencies were the past couple of tournaments. And then mainly for us, our goal was just to keep them out of system and to like pretty much keep Tracy out of system.
Yep.
Because she loves to swing.
Okay.
And so our goal was just keep her out of system and let her swing and just play defense around that.
Nice. Well, good things happen when you hit the shit out of it, right? It's just ping, pong, ping.
Exactly.
And Pre's not with you anymore, right?
No, we decided not to do Seattle together.
Okay.
Love her anyway.
Yeah.
So all
Pre hooked up again with Fallon.
She did, yeah.
The only reason why I knew is Nicolette Martin's like, oh, we lost. I'm feeling lonely.
I know.
No hotel. I mean, like, I'm sound like a homeless woman in New York. and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened? So there's a partner in case you're looking.
Yeah, I think Nick and Allie are making another run for it. Their Stickers and Wheels streak continues.
That's one of them USC things, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
and I think they've got real good chemistry together, and they've done a lot of really good things together. So they're definitely a team to watch for Seattle.
They got to go with you a little bit, right? I mean, you got points. Someone's got to find you, and someone's always looking for a good blocker that can set her partner. So, would you say in the last 12 months that's one of the things that got better? Your setting?
My setting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think setting's always been a focus. I think for everyone across the board, but me especially, coming like my background is primarily indoor, and so as an outside from indoor, I'd never set a ball, and I would just hit balls and block balls and block balls. So for me, playing beach was like setting was one of the things, and ball control in general always.
What school did you play for?
I did indoor. I played for the University of New Mexico out in Albuquerque.
Nice.
Hometown kid.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
I saw their beach team a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they had a beach team, and then it just got.
They're still there. I mean, I was with LMU last year, 2018, and we visited.
This past season was their last one.
Oh, was it?
New Mexico.
That's why those girls are running for their lives. We have their girl in their pair ones just joined John. Yeah. Her name escapes me, but it doesn't matter.
Erin Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Erin Martin, man.
Yep, she was in New Mexico, and then they did away with the beach team, and they let the girls have one more season, this past season, and then it's no more. The politics at UNM are just, and the money is just.
No, of course.
Lots of turmoil.
No doubt. So you as a player, as an individual, and I talk setting, and maybe the answer will be revisiting that. Is that the one thing you thought that you got a little bit better at from the last 12 months to, let's say, present? She's like, no, my setting sucks.
No,
Sorry.
no. I think my are we good?
No, I'm
No.
just leaning back for
Oh
the
yeah.
camera shot.
No, I
And I want to
think
be look at
all of it me.
it.
All in the shot, man. No, I think my game overall has like it's definitely been a really steep learning curve. And actually, I celebrated my 1 year anniversary of moving to California yesterday.
What?
So
Nice.
I've only been here a year.
I've been here 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here 3. Didn't I get a lot done in 3, huh?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. When did Jeff come?
3.
Jeff 3 years ago?
Yeah.
See, we met in Michigan and held hands all the way. We took an 8-day trip to the Elvis Mansion, Grand Canyon, whatever, man. So what's one area that you'd like to get a little bit better at?
I'd like to open up my range a little bit offensively, a little bit more dynamic.
Okay.
And I think that's comes from a lot of different things in terms of like mechanics in general and
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I, as a coach,
range
when I think about
stuff.
those things, and I'm within the summer, and I was at LMU last year, and John Mayer and I were shooting a whole bunch of ideas, and Dougie Fresh actually in New York, and we're always like, what's one thing you want to get better at? And if it's like you're hitting, then hitting's a little general. You pick a subset. So maybe it's like elbow back, elbow forward, the little gay Robin Hood, little bow and arrow thing, footwork. Sometimes, yeah, right, yeah, no, because you know how you pluck an arrow this way,
Yeah.
and outdoor.
I've never heard that analogy either.
I'm not gonna use that one with my kids.
No. Well, if they take gay the wrong way, I saw them have at it. To me, I say gay, happy, joyful,
Right.
full of glee.
Yeah. However you want to justify it, man.
So that's one of those things. And indoor, footwork, a pivot foot that
Yep.
indoor players bring to the outdoor game that helps them, gives them more range on their cross court.
Yeah.
There are so many ways you could hit cross, and there's only really like
Exactly.
2 ways
So,
you
like,
can hit
all
line,
that-
right?
yeah.
And seam and line. So that's gonna help you. You got range.
Yeah. And I think especially like in terms of offensively, definitely opening up my range and then just being like a more effective, efficient blocker, right?
Mm.
Being able to either funnel better, pull dig better, be more invasive, making like cleaning up my press, making sure I'm really getting in there, being a visual obstacle and physical obstacle at the net.
Yeah. Well, for me, the two things as an indoor player, I'm a 30-year indoor player, and I fell off the cliff like half a decade ago. I mean, the two things that I brought to the beach, the easiest, should I say, the most seamless is one was the block, because now you're not worried about blocking lanes,
Right.
filling a hole with the middle on the insides and all that stuff. You just have kind of autonomy that even though you're blocking 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you if it's like an in-system set, if you have the reach, if you are what you say you are, you can go after some of the hitters more. So that's one of the things that translated wonderfully. And the second thing was the serve receive. Like a lot of people are like, oh, my serve receive is bad because I'm an indoor player. I'm like, no, it probably just means because you suck as an indoor player in serve receive.
You just can't pass.
Yeah, right.
Ball control just
You just can't pass, buddy. We told you got to get this guy a headset.
Oh, yeah,
It's like, can you hear me? Be like, Ben Williams, I hear you, motherfucker. What was that from Baby Boy, right? He said, I can't stand that dude. He said, damn, I wish you could hear me. And then like 3 seconds left, you're in the other room. I hear you, motherfucker. And they just went.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, you got up and got in Tyrese's face.
Yes. Oh my God. Guns and butter.
Oh,
You stupid mother. I was like, wow. So Cassie, we started volleyball, but this is the option. So,
Yeah, it is.
So we're gonna be all over the place. All right. So yeah, for me, sir, forearm pass, because that one move, allow when you play indoor, that little hole in your platform allows a setter to get there, so you could pass low, and the ball still wait for the setter to get there.
Right.
Where some of the outdoor players, they're kind of, I learned the term J hook from him, just going this way, and then sometimes the pass holds, and sometimes it goes up and down. It gives that technique gives the ball a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Right. If the ball don't like you, it's like that day. It's like, all right, no, I think I'm gonna.
You want to hook right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one. I think I'm gonna go another way. Joey Cease, what's up, man? From Staten Island. Kevin Mitzkibbin. Fitzgibbon, cool, man. Mike Cook, East and West. We're going bi-coastal.
Hey.
That dude's from Russia. All right. Jeff, do you have your Instagram on right now? I just want to know if anyone
I
typed
just
anything.
got off. Yeah,
Oh, you did? You
I
just got off? All right. All right. Then no worries. We'll pick
I'm
it up
gonna
later.
go back here. I just
Yeah.
I only have the 2 hands.
Mhm.
So it's getting a little tough.
I'm always gonna have me some questions on my own. So cool. You've been at this for a year. This is your anniversary.
This is my anniversary.
How many partners? Let's talk about Molly Turner.
Molly, yeah.
Was that the first person you made the draw with?
Yeah, she was actually Seattle was the first time. Seattle last year was the first time I ever qualified.
And it was with Molly?
And it was with Molly Turner.
Yeah. Molly Turner.
Yeah.
So so the cool thing about Hermosa Beach, when you guys qualified and you finally you won a draw. I think you beat Marciniak or someone, or was it
Yeah, we
Bree?
did.
Okay.
We beat Bree and Aurora and Marciniak.
Right. So it's one of those things where she was like emotional and she was crying. And it was like the same tears from like the qualifier day. And
Oh my god! Yeah,
and
we
I
were
went
both
at her like
emotional.
Simon. I said, "Listen, this whole thing where you win a game and you act surprised and you're emotional, you've got to stop doing that. All right, it's going to be a normal thing from now on. So you have to stop looking surprised. Like after you win these games, you know, it was fun and it was good. And that when it happened,
Yep.
you know, when you qualified. But now you're officially a professional, so now you have to conduct yourself as such.
Yeah, no, that was
stop the nonsense, stop the tears.
yeah, no, that was definitely there's the clips. Yep. No,
Yes.
we had Kristen Rohr or right there
Yep.
coaching us for that tournament, and there was a point in the tournament when both Molly and I were like, all right, we're in, we're gonna do it, like we're gonna go after it. And she sat us down right in the box and she was like, both of you deserve to be here. You've put in the work, go fight and go grind. And that was kind of like the theme of the tournament was just we were gonna fight and we were gonna grind and act like we deserve to be there.
Yeah. Well, the biggest lie in volleyball is certain people, they're groomed to be good players. And it's like, I'll give you an example of the California system. I'm going to piss off some Californians, but so what?
Easy,
Yeah,
Jason,
go.
easy.
Sorry, I didn't say I was going to piss off Donald's son or Casey. I'm just going to piss off volleyball people, all right? Casey, I love you, and Donald's son, magnificent job the last 2 years in the AVP. We've seen it with our own eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just love what it's become from 2017. We went from Tri Bourne in the pit by himself, ball served, out, to Amazon Prime on 3 different streams and having to watch Kevin Barnett wear that stupid fucking chicken suit.
It's constantly growing in our sport, but AVP has just gotten better every single year.
No doubt.
We started from just a couple tournaments after the fold, and then like just getting better, and now we're getting a little bit of flight money and hotels and
Jeff. For those of you who can't hear him, you know, flight stipends, you know, accommodations to stay, make some of these long distance.
You want it to be,
but it makes going to New York more attractive. It takes the rationalization of I want to go to New York, but I can't afford it. Which I'm like, are you a professional? Do you want to be a fucking volleyball player? So here's what I was saying. I call it officers to enlisted men. You got someone that grows up in the right system, tries out for the right club, right? Boys club or whatever. Mm-hmm. They get in the right club. And if you're in the right club, you get recruited to the right college. You get recruited to the right college. As soon as you graduate, let's say you need some part-time work. The same club is going to hire you as a coach. And let's say you want to be an NCAA coach. They look at your resume. I was like, oh, he coached at that club. That means he must be a good coach. It's the biggest fucking lie in sports, okay? It's officers to enlisted men. Then you have people who are in the grind, who kind of have to do it the hard way. They realize life isn't fair, but they're doing it anyway. And they're just waiting for that battlefield commission to become an officer.
Yeah.
But sometimes, most of the time, the realization, the highest they can be is a sergeant major. And the officers get to be captains, lieutenants in this. So the system's set up for certain people to succeed. So when your coach tells you you deserve it just as much as they do, he's fucking right. He's right. It's the same work, and I would suggest, with a heightened level of I won't say chauvinistic conceit, but chest thumping, you probably worked harder. Probably worked harder.
Well, I think it speaks to a lot of like everyone who's here trying to make it on the professional level. Like, it's a grind regardless where you come from. Like, whether you're a kid that grew up on the beach or whether you're a kid that grew up in the desert or
Mhm.
in
Concrete jungle.
concrete jungle. Yeah, no matter what.
I said Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan. No matter where you came from, like once you get to California, to whatever, wherever you're trying to grow your professional career, like it is a grind.
Mhm.
Whether you were privileged growing up, whether you played the game growing up, so it just speaks like you can get to I think having those resources gets you to a certain level. But once you want to reach that next level, like no one's gonna punch your ticket for you.
Exactly.
No, of course. I think the two most valuable lessons I learned, and you might share my sentiment of Jeff, I think most likely co-signs on this is one, when I moved, they made me start over, but one, it wasn't fair, but such is life. Life isn't fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Two, and this is very important. If you take that fact, not kicking and screaming, they do reward people for that.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're the guy that complains all the time, it's not fair, that they remember that person too. That's the person they remember too. So it's one of those things where the only thing you can do is take care of your controllables.
Totally.
Right, Jeff, you I was speaking for you a little bit, but I think you co-sign with me on that one.
100%.
Yeah.
Cassie's got a good point. Like once you get there, even if you have been afforded some of the privilege of beach volleyball, like, your coach can't get out there and play for you. Your old school can't get out there and play for you. So you still got to hold your own and work hard and maintain that. You could be good at one point. If you don't maintain it, it's tough to stay in that high position.
Yeah. This is why we got to get you a mic. I think they could hear a little bit, but Jeff's
spitting all kinds of knowledge.
Yeah, Jeff is dropping knowledge, man. He's just sometimes in our minds he's like 24, but now he's like, wait a second, I do have to be on the planet longer than that to be saying that shit. Even though Alexis Strange surprised us all yesterday. Yeah.
Getting some tint.
So let's talk about something a little deeper, a little bit more important and personal to my heart. The nicest butt in beach volleyball.
The nicest butt in beach volleyball.
Jeff, you got the computer. I want to see this one blocking.
Is this some? Oh, you're saying. What do you? Okay.
Yes,
we're going.
Absolutely.
We're going.
Oh.
Yeah. Just you could get one of her blocking. That'd be cool. I didn't say the biggest butt. Where is it? We can look at.
I don't know, man.
Actually, there's if you image search her, Cassie House, there's a picture of her blocking just from the other end, just a picture instead of a video. Oh, it's Hermosa Beach. God, what a crowd, huh?
Such a good crowd.
Yeah, man.
So many good memories attached to that.
Jeff has good memories too, good and shoddy memories from playing in the draw in Hermosa Beach.
Didn't you beat the Partain brothers?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Man, they were solid. I mean, they had to sit for 2 years on that before they got their revenge. You know, I mean, I don't know. I had a bad feeling. Like we won that first set, but that felt like a loss. You know, it's one of those things where we had to grind. But I guess to their credit, right?
Right.
They didn't try to beat Jeff straight up. They had a game plan. They optioned as much as they could to see if we weren't ready. If you scroll, you see a whole bunch of great shots of glutes. That's a great side shot. Let me see that one. Put that up for a sec.
I'm impressed with the extension, first of all.
Yeah.
What's the extension?
Just double. I guess just double. There's a blue mouse there. You just double click it. Okay, that one.
Is that? Oh, that's Aspen.
Yeah.
The Motherlode.
Oh, you're a Motherlode winner.
I am a Motherlode winner.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did you win?
I won the year before.
She won 2017.
Yeah.
And who'd you play with?
I played with Liz Card. She's out of Denver.
And Jeff won last year playing with the great.
With Casey.
Casey Jennings.
That's right.
I used to live in Denver.
Yeah, you played out of Denver quite a bit.
Yeah, her husband Mike.
Yep.
San Wannabes, welcome, baby. They said boom with the knowledge.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
LJ, what's up, LJ?
Jeff says, what's up, LJ? Jeff is actually teching our show. He's super subbing for the great Miranda Gagne. Me and her saw Avengers Endgame together, my 4th time. Did you see Avengers?
No, I worked with one of the AVP kids clinics for Huntington. They gave us a little movie voucher for or a little movie gift card to go say thank you. And I was debating between the Avengers and the new Aladdin movie. Call me a kid, but the new Aladdin movie.
We're all kids.
Will Smith looks it looks hilarious.
No.
So I'm debating between the two.
You know, it just hit me. I this is the first podcast I'm not wearing a New York Yankees hat.
I know. You're up in
Oh
Miranda
my,
with the P1440
what the
hat.
hell? So, Casey, love you. Navy P, it is what it is. Before I choose either one of you, the New York Yankees are the most celebrated franchise in all of sports. So that's why
Yes.
I'm like, make mine New York. But I'm a California kid, so you're gonna see me. And as people get to know me and they know who I am right now, I don't have to be identified as the guy with the Yankee hat anymore. So no,
Yeah.
I just need something to cover this red nose and this drop dead gorgeous mug. So I saw X-Men, and I think I like Endgame better than X-Men, but I like the concept of X-Men better
Okay.
because growing up, it's basically people who are ridiculed and vilified for being different. So I think there's a group of kids, of Generation X kids, that could identify with not being accepted, being teased, and being bullied and beat up just because they're a little bit different. So I guess I'm part of that demographic, kids that was attracted to X-Men for that.
Yeah.
So I like the X-Men concept better, and I liked all the movies, certainly the most recent one in particular, Go Sansa Stark. But the Endgame was,
Real good.
Jesus, the work being put in. If I had to choose any of them, Infinity Wars is still the best because of the storyline and introducing Thanos. Josh Brolin played Thanos. You know, he's good and everything. But you saw Aladdin?
I haven't seen it yet. No, I want to, but I haven't. And I honestly haven't been able. I don't go see many movies, and so like I watched X-Men a long time ago,
Mhm.
and I do appreciate the story plot. I'm a big.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with the Iron Man movies for a long time.
Well, it's
So,
Robert Downey Jr., man.
Yeah,
It's
just
Stark.
so good.
There can never be a better Stark. You see a whole bunch
Yeah.
of replacements for Spider-Man. You got Christopher Reeves for Superman, who was not,
Yep.
Shakespearean trained actor. But once he got Superman, it was downhill from there because now I'm the only one. And you did a good movie if the only thing anyone can identify you with. It's like, holy shit, he's in Henry IV. It's Superman.
Yeah.
Not Falstaff, not Henry. Batman, of course. I think Christian Bale and Michael Keaton are kind of right there with each other.
I don't know how. I honestly
Yeah.
haven't seen any of them.
No. Okay. Cool.
Have we been to CassieHouse.com yet? Because
Oh gosh.
this is great.
Oh my
The
God.
Look how
website.
good this website is. I'm
Oh my
thoroughly
God.
impressed with this.
Let's go a little lower.
Hey, for
A
all
little
the-
lower there, sticking out. See that sticking out?
What's
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, for all the
Yeah.
people wanting to build their own websites, Wix, man.
Wix?
Wix makes it easy.
Good. You know why? Because right now, my podcast, the actual site, that's not going to be up till next week. I got someone coming in, but Wix is the way to go, man.
Oh yeah.
Because we were just talking before the show, like a lot of people wanted to know if this was on an iTunes thing because, frankly speaking, they don't need to see our faces. They just need to hear their voices. So it's if they're on the road and they're driving, let's say you're going to Arizona, you're looking for something like a group of a bunch of podcasts. There's Joe Rogan, there's Freakonomics, and there's us.
Yep.
So
Nice pictures.
yeah, man.
Thanks, man.
I think I want Jeff on every show now. I think my podcast.
Yeah,
I think this podcast is gonna have to be a team thing, Jeff. And the good thing is we could just do whatever we want. We could pick the night we want and this and that.
My girlfriend's gonna make me one of these.
Yeah. So.
A website?
Yeah, that's her next task.
Yeah, dude. No, tell her, man. It's super easy.
Mhm.
And then I'm super lucky that I've my whole family and like I got a ton of people that love taking photos. So always got some
Where you
some
from again?
content.
Where are you from?
I'm from Rio Rancho, New Mexico originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so just a bred volleyball player there.
No way. I didn't know what volleyball was till my freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
My family, we grew up at the lake, skiing in the mountains, swimming. I thought I really wanted to swim in college, and every little kid plays soccer, but I swam and skied and water skied and tubed and rafted and finally picked up all. I got found in a basketball gym, just like
Did
that.
you late bloom? How old were you? How old are we talking about?
For what? For
Just volleyball.
volleyball? Fresh 14.
Okay.
That was when I started. I got picked up in a basketball gym just because I was tall.
Yeah.
Super awkward.
You're in a room full of late bloomers.
Yeah, super uncoordinated. And then Ben Wallace was the coach at the local high school that I was going to.
Wallace?
Ben,
That-
Yeah,
do you know Ben Wallace?
well, I don't know. Wait,
He's
you mean like the
Detroit
basketball
guy.
player?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, no,
No, because we think Detroit
Yeah,
Pistons,
we
Ben
think
Wallace.
The
Oh,
Fro,
no,
Fear the
no,
Fro.
Yeah.
No.
NBA champ, right? Beat
Yeah.
the brakes off the Lakers.
Oh, yeah,
4
yeah,
games to 1.
Yeah, Malice at the Palace.
Oh my God. And well, he was breaking up the fights though.
Yeah.
You know, that's a whole other story. So yeah, okay. So 14.
Yeah. And he's the coach or he went to UNM. He was the assistant coach at UNM, and then now he's the head coach at UTEP down in
Yeah.
El Paso.
Cool, man.
And that's how I found Beach.
Say hi to Sean Ledig. He said, "Hey guys."
Sean, what's
Sean?
up, man?
Did you hear her go? So she knows where her hunks are too, man.
Sean carries a really special place in my heart. I
He's,
broke down
I'm a little
to
gay
him.
for Sean. He's a heartthrob, dude.
With
He was
his-
happy for Sean.
Oh my God.
Right, yeah.
Yes. Happy and
Yeah,
joyful,
happy
full
for
of glee
Sean.
for Sean. Headset almost came off. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Sean helped me decide to transfer
Okay.
after my senior year. So he has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
He helped me really dig through some demons that summer.
Yeah. Volleyball, I was talking to Alexa yesterday, and she had kind of a up and down like childhood, and there were certain things that she did to cope. She was thick-skinned, probably should have, like went crazy and shot someone or herself, but came out on the other side.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because we got to see a side of her we didn't, and how people's past, certain things that happen in your past that might seem like they have no logical connection to your current behavior, but if it's your childhood and if it messes with your psychological growth, it's like dice.
Oh, totally.
Me, I suffered similar abuse too, and I asked her if like volleyball was one of those ways as far as escapism was concerned, just this world that belonged to you outside of it, and so you had to go back to your bullshit world. And we both shared that, and that was cool because volleyball is one of the things that got me in trouble too, right?
How so?
Well, when I went to school, I went to Hunter College for like a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, just one semester. Never went to class. I was just obsessed with the sport. Eventually, I played in Darmstadt, Germany, and did it professionally. And then when I was ready to go back to school, I had to make sure that the school didn't have a team. The Marymount Manhattan. I auditioned for the BFA program there for acting.
Okay.
Which at the time was ranked number 2 in the country.
Yeah.
I auditioned, I got in, and I'm like, okay, it's the last chance. BA or BS, baby. BA or BS or BS. So and I finished there, and I took some time away, did some shows or whatever. But the thing that got me in the volleyball, I saw this girl from Dominican Republic. Like you, I played every sport, the big 3.
Yep.
Small forward basketball, tight end football. I weighed 250 in high school, and I have big hands, as you can see. And my wing, and my
big hands.
Yeah.
Holy heck!
Yeah. Just like ready.
Oh my God, reach all the way into this chart.
I just raw.
Damn.
She's like,
That's why you relate to X-Men. You
So,
got those
yeah.
claws coming out.
And first base for baseball, and I bat on both sides of the plate. But when I saw volleyball, I didn't have I think respect for the sport is the most humbling thing that could ever happen to you, because the way when you see players that know how to play it, it looks easy. And I said, I get on the court, right? So I got on the court, chucked it. They're like, you can't do that. Carry. Boom, you can't hit the net. Shit, what?
Yeah.
First that's a double hit. Double hit. Can we just play? Can we just play?
What are these rules? Get in my
Are
way.
we playing technical volleyball? So I sat there and acted blameless to the whole thing. But when I went home, I had this vision in my head of everyone's on a fishing boat, right? And you catch a big fucking flounder, just reel it in, right?
Yeah.
And you catch this big flounder and you throw it on the deck, and it's flopping around and this and that, and everybody's just watching this fish flop around. And that's how I felt.
On the court?
Retrospectively. Retrospectively, I'm like, I'm that fucking
That's
flounder.
Me. That's me. I'm the fish.
Yes, I bought a book written by Doug Beal, AVCA Coach's Handbook.
Mm-hmm.
And I coached myself. I was, cold weather, just like Jeff, in the backyard in the snow. Had that little plastic ball just bump into myself. And a year later, people were like, oh my God, who's this guy? Lefty, this and that. And then, it took off from there. 3 years later, I was playing professionally. I was overseas. I was a super athlete, so. And from there, it's been law. I lost relationships. I had a girl walk out and say, you already have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Bye. So I don't know. I'm still addicted. I'm just,
Yeah, I think you touched on earlier about how like your childhood plays into who you are, and I very much think that like the person that you are plays into the athlete who you are, and the athlete that you are plays into like the spouse that you are.
Hi, Dad. Holy shit, my father. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. I love you, man. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break your rhythm, but
No, that's
he's
awesome.
someone I haven't seen in a decade and a half. My stepfather.
Oh.
He called me a few months ago, said he was all right. And
Wow.
yeah, but
Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
What's up, Pops?
Yeah, man. Yes, that's my stepfather, but as far as I'm concerned, never met my real father.
Yeah.
He can go kick rocks.
That's Dad.
Son of an iron worker. That's a real man. That's a man's man.
That's awesome.
That is a man's fucking man.
Where is he now?
Oh, Pennsylvania. He's in
East
Philly.
Coast.
Yeah. He spends a lot of time with my kid sister, who's kind of keeps everybody together. But my family was dysfunctional, but it looks like I don't know, we're turning the corner. I just want to wait and see. But you talked about volleyball, and she's like, no, fuck that. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
No, we can talk about whatever, man.
No, you said how it's a part of people, shapes a part of who someone is as far as their overall identity. Is that where you were going?
Oh, well, kind of. I mean, it can. I think it's becoming more apparent, it seems like, with different waves of things coming up, but like mental health has been a huge topic across the nation, like sports regardless. And I think it just like
it's a big trophy, Jeff. Yeah. Sorry.
I think things just keep popping up where it needs to be talked about, and I think a lot of athletes identify with being part, like they are their sport, and it becomes very personal. And I think a lot of us, I speak obviously for myself mostly, but like a lot of us identify with being your athlete, not being able to separate the business side and the personal side. So being able to separate, like a spouse leaving you because you already had the round inflatable woman. It's worth being talked about.
Hey, I'm a girl. Hey, I'm a girl. As a coach, because I've been coaching 21 years. This year I'm gonna get 22. Really just 5 years on the beach. I do charting and some coaching for the great Jeff Samuels. And I was doing charting for Rafu, but I have a feeling Ed Ratledge is going to be on board with that too. It's because it was just Rafu. That's the kind of a team you don't want to be in the box. There's some people you don't want in the box.
Oh, really? They don't.
Well, when they're winning, yeah. When they're losing, some people are inconsolable, and some people, it's a challenge for them to take in information. And even my challenge as a coach to not speak so fast. Even now, as we speak, I'm speaking fast. But one of the things that's always gotten me the job is when they ask me what's the strongest quality you have as a coach, I said I personalize my work. I bring it home with me, and I'm up until 3 a.m. I put my kid to bed at 9. I put my beautiful, gorgeous, thin, educated girl to bed at 10:30, and I'm up. I'm up singing karaoke, or I'm up watching, doing my job.
Film starting.
Yeah, as a coach, guys, you set your own hours. But if you want to be a really good coach, if you set your own hours, be disciplined.
Yeah.
Just show up and be like, and see if you see things on the spot and just hope shit falls together. You got to be prepared and for those things that happen on the spot.
Yeah.
So they asked me what my weakest quality was. I personalize my work.
Yep. It's a fine line.
Yeah, I personalize my work. I am emotionally invested. I'm attached to the people I coach because I feel like they want the same things I want. I don't like to losing. Losing hurts. Losing hurts. I mean, big tears hurts.
Losing sucks.
So 2 things. 1, I don't want anyone that shares my temperament, that shares my sentiment, to feel the same feeling I feel. And 2, I feel like if they win, I win.
Yeah.
Let's say, I don't know who Jeff's playing with the Seattle next, or if it's Vandermeer or whatever. But let's say Jeff plays like it's a normal day. It's just normal Jeff. And let's say he's playing with Vandermeer, and Vandermeer plays the fucking tournament of his life. They make semifinals. I win.
Yeah.
I fucking win. And I just, you, and it's the burden, and that's just a coach thing as a player. And Jeff feels this way a little bit too. Jeff's better at detaching.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just time to get sushi and let's just fucking talk movies. Jeff is much better at detaching than I am. And that's my weakness. What's yours?
My weakness? Detaching, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I mean, it's easy to be around the volley community and like want to talk about it, want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me, I'm lucky enough when I go home, I have two awesome roommates who are engaged and they know a little bit about it, but not enough to like divulge into it. And so for me, it's even when I do want to talk about it, because I do, like, all of us are obsessed, right? That's the only reason.
Go so far.
Yeah, there's the only reason we're here, right? Because we're all obsessed with
Yeah.
chasing the round thing. And
Yeah, everyone's
so,
met each other's match
yeah,
when they move here, as far as obsession.
yeah.
Because you think you're alone, then you move here, and it's like, me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My roommate wants to talk about volleyball at the worst times.
when it sucks, and you're just
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm over it.
Or like
And Jeff
before games,
goes-
they'll look at our bracket and be like, "Oh yeah, you can beat them. Ooh, you're gonna have trouble there."
Oh, you gotta
I'm
do
like,
this.
I'm
You're like, dude, how about just my first match?
Yeah.
How about let's just get there and pump the brakes?
It's like, don't talk to me about volleyball no more.
No. Oh my God, Judd Smith, what's up? Bruno Amarin, what's up? They all stop, and that's the cool thing about doing this live.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also gets your name out there. People need to know who Cassie in the house is.
They know. They just need to know Cassie better.
Yeah, I was gonna introduce her
Yeah.
as Cassie in the house is here, or should I say Cassie house
So many
is in the house.
yeah. The
Do you
pun.
ever make house jokes
Yes.
to block people?
Yes.
Oh, all the time.
Or Cassie, we have to protect this
Oh yeah, I bet you hear that.
Yeah.
house.
I love when people play on the house
Yeah.
pun.
You're
I always said if
you're
I
in my
ever-
highlights.
Oh, yeah,
For
yeah.
Hermosa.
Yep.
It was final play. I said Cassie had this nice zoom in the slow motion, and you're
Oh,
coming
you did. I
you're coming
remember
in
that.
with your 6-pack. It's if you can find it, Jeff, it's YouTube. It's called Hermosa Top 10 Plays. And you come in like you're there to fight crime. And I slow it down. I put it in slow motion, and it's just like you're walking towards the camera, got the ball.
2018.
Yeah. It says "Child, please," and
Girl,
it's you don't have to click on it now when her part comes up. I don't know if she's play 6, number 6, or number 5. So if you want, you just let it run through. But the beginning of the shot is you coming in like,
Super serious.
yes, like terrorists took over a plane,
Yeah.
you know, and they're like, we can't go in because they're gonna shoot somebody, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, she's here.
Cue dramatic music.
She's here, right? Yeah, like Thanos. He's here. Come through the smoke. The smoke comes and you come through, and you're like, give someone a 3-piece and a soda. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it comes after theirs, I think.
So it's got to be next here.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I don't know what that is. But
All right. The hourglass thing happened. It kick you out? It just kicked you out?
Doesn't even want to see it.
Full screen is not
All right. Yeah.
happening. So I'll keep it on.
Yeah, keep it on. Keep it on regular. The good thing about this is cool. What's up, Carson? Well, how you doing, brother? Danny Moy is the founder of a group, an Asian 9-man group called Strangers, New York, New Jersey area. 9-man. Have you seen Chinese 9-man?
No. Oh, I think.
Oh,
It's-
yeah. It's pretty gnarly.
Is it?
Look at
it's
this. Here it
indoor,
is. Yes. It's 5 blockers in the front, 4 back row.
You know, I
They
think
extend each side of the court by like a whole foot.
Nate Yang told me about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
so
Nate go play it this past year?
You played at one of those
there it is.
years.
Protect this house. Watch the zoom. Watch the slow motion. Tell me she's not there to fight crime, dude. tell me that thing she walks in and it's like Thanos. It's like he's here. All you need is like just smoke in the background and you just come out the smoke.
Oh
you
yeah.
know? It's a nice play too.
If you- Oh yeah, I remember that
The
one.
cool thing is she was going middle the whole time, like on her string creation off the ocean side. She's
What?
going string creation, ocean side, middle, and that one she went wrist away
Oh,
for
Maul.
match point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got that.
And then she put her hands
got the
over her
wrist.
face like she couldn't believe it. And that's when I was like, that was the day I said, listen, you have to stop that. I was like
Yeah.
Simon from American Idol.
You do this every day.
Yeah. It's going to feel like it's every day. But yeah. You get to do it as you go, you get further and further. You're battling. You get to the quarters. Okay, you get to do it again. You get to the semis. You get to do it again.
Yeah.
But once you do that one time, it's got to feel like a normal day, because it's the only way you allow yourself to compartmentalize it. Where these games decided by 2 just feel like a normal day, and they don't feel like there's this abundance of nervous energy
Yeah.
where everything, this 1 or 2 points decides everything, and that's, you have to dumb it down.
Yeah. It's
You have
just a
to
game.
dumb it down. Yeah. Well, that's how you have to. It's not, but in the moment
It's-
you have to feel that way.
It's not,
So,
but
yeah.
yeah.
So here's our 9.
Yeah, that's 9 man, and this is in New York. This is in Chinatown.
And everyone can hit.
Look at the
That's funny
blockers.
part about it.
Yes,
How do you even know which ball is yours at that point? You just
you don't.
flinging
You got, watch this. You got someone running a
flinging
1.
limbs?
You
And
have
can hit
someone
it
running
in
a
the net.
shotgun.
So the setter can hit it into the net and then set another guy.
Yes.
So like he could take the set and hit it into the net and then set backwards with it, or
Like-
hit it in the net and then set it out.
So you have 4 plays going on at one time. Watch this. You got an X. See the X, or like a tandem. You got the go. You have this guy running a back 1, and this guy out here on a 5.
That's so impressive on so many aspects. One, you don't even know where the ball's going. 2,
No.
they're playing on concrete. That's
Yeah.
that
And
is
it's normally
jungle.
on, sometimes it's on a gym, but a lot of times it's on concrete.
Yeah.
That's straight jungle ball.
Well, the only time it wasn't was American Sports Center. They had it inside a gym, but almost every tournament is going to be outdoor. And it's going to be in Toronto. They do it in San Francisco. And Denny Moore is actually the founder of a group called Strangers. It's near New Jersey area.
Mhm.
Now I'm only bringing him up because the one year that cup of coffee I had at Hunter, he was he played alongside me. He was middle. I played half the season opposite,
Mhm.
and then they bench him and they put my 255-pound ass in the middle because I had the long arms. So
Yep.
now I'm 6'1", matched up against everybody who's like 6'8".
Hey,
6
those long
whatever.
arms, man. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is seal that seam.
Yeah. Well, it helps to be short and have long arms because they don't see you. They just, the middle on their wrist away, they just see the top of the tape. Next
Yeah.
thing you know,
Swinging down.
boom, you got
stealing
someone.
stuff.
Yeah. And I wasn't stuffing people. I just learned how to pop up and redirect to our side.
Yeah.
We play it like a free. Go to our star hitter, Greg Romulus, Creole player. 5-man coverage, he gets blocked, pick it up.
Do it again.
Set again, 5-man coverage blocked, set it up, do it again. We were death of 1,000 cuts. We were Division III that were just murking Division II and D1 teams, you know?
This is all the ball control.
Yeah, it is. And we knew our role. Listen, I was a star player, but I didn't get set a lot, and I had to accept that.
Mhm.
You know, we trusted the coach. I still don't trust him. I still should have got set more, but whatever. Who's this? This Cass?
Oh yeah, that's me from Vale.
Did you win King of the Mountain too?
I've won it 2 years in a row.
Oh, I've won King of the Mountain once.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
I like Cassie looks at me like, you didn't do your research on me.
Yeah, man, come on now.
You had all this time. Let me tell you something, man. Alexa's hard. I mean, Alexa took a half day to research.
You did or
No,
Alexa
I'm
did?
kidding. I'm playing. And I was supposed to have Fallon on Monday, but she
Busy.
no, it's just no busy. She never called me. She said Monday was a good day, and I confirmed the time. She never got back to me. So, and I'm not blatantly casting any aspersions on her, but you say you're gonna do something, you don't. Let's call it what it is. It is what it is. Again, I'm not I'm not being this way because I'm on camera. I'm on camera because I'm this way. People listen to me. They got to live with that too.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice because she's the most viewed volleyball player. Her match against the Turks, she has 215,000 views.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and more than any male or female. Yeah.
Yours is?
What would you say the pie chart is? Like, you're gonna have X percentage of ass worshippers. Like, oh my God, I've never seen an ass like that in my life, right?
Oh, I don't.
You're gonna see people who are USC, the alum. They're very loyal to each other, so they're all gonna tune in during outdoor players and watch her. They're gonna watch her videos. You know what I'm saying? They hire their own. USC is really, really good with their alum. That's what makes them an elite college, not because smart people go there. No offense, but you know.
Yeah, I was actually talking
12,000 for the Partain video.
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
What was Fallon?
Fallon was 215,000.
215,000
Yes.
views.
Damn,
Yeah.
she wrecked
Holy
you.
smokes.
Yeah.
Was it that good of a game, or?
It just got viral. There were just a couple of people. There was one person that ripped my video, stole it, and put it up as his own.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. For all the times they're trying to yank down my videos because some asshole's playing a song on a radio. I should go after this dude. And I said, no, you know what? No, it's for volleyball. And then eventually both pages started showing up, and people started clicking on mine. So me not taking down his video is what made that
It helped
viral.
you. Oh, that's nice.
And now people are watching all the other videos. I just needed one video to go viral. So, that's why I said I wasn't casting any aspersions on her. I'm like, thank you, Fallon. She she did the job. We put that one up? Nah.
I'm looking.
Yeah. It's
This
How
one.
many?
that's the one they stole.
377,000.
377,000.
Ooh,
This is not
baby.
yours,
Yes,
right?
that was for Norseca. You can click on that, no matter.
Well, the one below has 159,000 views.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing about it, the sound doesn't come up. I mean, YouTube's more worried about sound and picture,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no law against intercepting sound, only audio. And I think legislation, they're just trying to make sure that that's,
Yeah.
like someone could have a hidden camera in your shower and have naked videos of you, and it's not illegal. It's only illegal for sound, and hopefully they'll get around to getting their shit together.
That's so
Get
sketchy.
federal, not state, get federal with it,
Yeah.
She hits the ball at such a high point, it's ridiculous.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And that's the other pie chart, Jeff, I was talking about. People are like, oh my God, this girl, she's got long arms. She's got a libero serve receive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's got a short person serve receive. It's got everything except hands, which I think is going to come.
She ends that sometimes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not me doesn't qualify as someone who's a hand setter. Just
Yeah.
someone who's got a partner who's holding their platform, allowing you to do it, but she can.
Yeah.
You can. I mean,
I can.
Jeff.
Choose not to most of the time.
Jeff's a hand setter. Jeff 9 out of 10 times is gonna set with his hands.
Hand setting it at all costs.
Yeah.
You are hand setting?
Yeah, from my knee.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Every single time. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
It makes for the shot, right?
It gives a hitter better court vision. I mean, I can
That
refer to studies, but all of them all the studies I saw are pretty lazy, so I won't
Cite them.
yeah, I won't bludgeon you with something that's not. The sample size is small, the group is small, the lurking variables are endless.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy that's going to say studies show. And
Yeah.
You being the smart girl, be like, well, what study? What's the sample
Tell
size?
me more.
Was it yeah, exactly. Well, how many teams? Just one? Was it a D1 team? Or was D2? It was 18 girls? Oh no, it was only 9. You did the study for a month. Wait, just 4 days?
Yeah, is it in every condition?
Yeah. Should you really say study show? Huh? Should really? So I'm careful with that. But I will say, as a 20-year coach, my research is 20 years coaching. Every time you have a practice and every time you do a drill and you try a drill, we're the scientists.
Yeah.
We're the experimenters, not some academic out there who measures trajectory of the ball and how fast it's supposed to stay in the air and this and that, because that same person doesn't understand it. Holding your platform makes the ball stay in the air a little longer than just the ball goes up and down. They don't understand missing the ball with the contact is they don't have an extensive study on how fast that ball goes missing the ball, whether it sails up. The kinds of ball. You jump serving. If you miss with the Mikasa, does it luff balloon? If you miss with the fucking the Spalding, the black and white, the one if you miss you can't miss. You're like, just don't serve in a net.
Yeah.
So
that new Norseca ball, the molten.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us because they can hear her vaguely. Talk to him about what you were saying and what you think about that, the molten one.
Oh, the new molten, the one
BB?
the one.
The BB, the small one,
Yeah.
red, white, and blue one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that thing bounces. I've
Yeah.
only used it I think once or twice. I think I used it in a Norseca qualifier, but that thing bounces and yeah, it's a whole new touch.
It's a whole new deal. Yeah, you float serve that and you hit it a little too hard and it's going out of bounds.
Yeah.
For my next episode, I got your back, man. This is the third mic.
Awesome.
This is the third mic. I think I turned the gain down on hers so the crowd can hear some of it, or what you're saying. Because what you're saying, it means shit, and I just want to make sure one of us gets it in. Needs to just some.
I'll echo you.
Yeah. Nice. She's got the voice too. She like every time her mic's close, she sounds like that person from Scream, like the voice. Hello, Sydney.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, man.
It's creepy and and at the same time I like it.
All right.
Yeah. I'm looking at you like, well, that's just weird.
Have you
And then I
seen
take 5 seconds and
No.
I'm like, and I like it.
If you're a scary movie person, it's funny. That's when scary movies were still funny.
I like scary movies, but I'm jumpy as fuck.
Those like suspense gets
I'm
you.
jumpy. I'm jumpy. I'm I'm jumpy as fuck, dude. So I never like if you're in the movie theater next to me, like, what's the matter with you?
Calm
Jay, you
down.
alright? You know? Oh yeah, I'm fine.
No, I'm the person in the movie theater that has like both hands over the eyes, like trying not to peek.
Nice.
But I won't like it's the adrenaline, right? The adrenaline addiction, but I'm still a scaredy cat at heart, so
Cool.
give and take.
Did you own a gun growing up? I'm going uber random now.
No, I didn't own a gun. The first time I shot a gun was in high school. I had a hick roommate, Devin Sowers. Hopefully she watches this. But no, she was the first person that ever taught me to shot a gun or how to shoot a gun. That was terrible English. She's from the
Shot a gun.
shot a gun? Yeah.
Go ahead.
She's down from southern New Mexico, and I went down to her family's land. They've got a ton of land down there, and she I love her to death. She's this huge Dodge, and we would just go sit out of the back of the truck, and like someone would drive, and they've got a ton of cattle, and all the like they have so many rodents and stuff that dig holes and kill the cattle because their legs break and like all kinds of crazy stuff. And so we would just go and like shoot coyotes and all the rodents and stuff. That was the first time I shot a gun, but I did not own a gun growing up.
No, okay. Can you echo for Jeff like a yes or no?
Have I shot a gun?
No. First, did you own a gun when you were a kid?
No, only shot a gun one time ever in my life.
Tell 'em.
You-
in Texas.
Tell the crowd.
Jeff's only shot a gun one time ever in Texas.
It was Clint Eastwood's revolver, and
That thing will blow anybody of a weaker capacity, sex, child, gender.
Just kicks you right off your feet.
They make it look so easy on TV.
So,
right?
fun fact.
Please.
I did almost own a gun. In 2017, 16. I was kidnapped. And after that I almost owned a gun. But I
legit kidnapped.
I was legit kidnapped from my home in Albuquerque.
What?
I lived with Devin, the hick roommate at the time, and then another one of my teammates was from Norway, and the three of us lived together. And I have a dog. He's adorable. He's in. If you go to my website.
Oh, it's overseas?
No, this was in Albuquerque.
Okay.
She's from there's my dog. He's adorable. He's a little wolf hybrid. Don't tell the police because I don't know if they're legal in California. But the three of us lived there. It was winter break. It was the second night of winter break. And Devin had just gone home to see her family, and she'd taken all her guns and knives and stuff with her. And then Lisa, my Norwegian roommate, she was dating a guy who is now a Navy SEAL, and so he was just like the brother we always never love him to death, brother we never wanted.
Okay.
But he was always there, and so it was my first night alone or second night alone at the house, and someone broke into the house and at like 2 a.m. and stole my car, kidnapped me.
Holy shit, Jack.
So then after that,
wow.
the guy I was dating at the time bought me a gun, and then I didn't want it.
Yeah.
So I just.
That's like Grand Theft Auto, that ammunition commercial, protecting your rights.
Yeah.
Wow. The whole time I'm thinking, fuck, people carry guns for less appropriate reasons, right?
Yeah.
Construction workers whistling at you, whistle back with a 44. Come take a look at my other 38.
Yeah, whistle again.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, fuck, dude. Shit. Listen,
That's always my.
I mean, Jeff and I talked about this, and Rob and I touched on this a little bit in the first episode. I'm a big fan, and people, if someone wants a gun, then they should own a gun, not because it's your Second Amendment right. That's already a given. I just think two things. One, and this is where I'm on both sides of the argument. One, I think if the police do a better job at preventing crimes instead of saying there's nothing we can do about it, we have to wait for the crime to be committed and then arrest people. It's like, wow, the good news is that guy's in jail. The bad news is you're dead. You know? They have to have a criminal justice system that monitors prevention. And taking away everybody's guns is not prevention. Taking away everyone's guns only allows other people to get guns other ways or use some other form of machinery to kill you. Because I think it's more about I think it's a mental health issue than a gun nut issue. It's a mental health issue because people that shoot up schools get the gun legally.
Yeah.
So,
Well, even the people like, even if guns are,
yeah,
like illegal, and the people who want guns are still going to get guns, so it just puts guns into the wrong people's hands.
yeah.
And
I do like everyone. Like I have friends on the left that's like, oh, anyone that says, oh, a good guy with a gun is better than the bad guy with a gun is like a gun nut. That's not always true, you know. And people on the left stop saying gun nut because that stops the conversation. If you call people names, they're gonna say, well, fuck you too, you liberal retard, you know. So
Yeah.
so people, first of all, I'm gonna say it as a different whatever. Everyone learn how to talk to each other. All right. So I'm on that side where if there's a better instance for crime prevention, then I say have at it, you know, whatever. But I would like to see a system where people purchasing a gun can do it in a safe way. Like, for example, in New York, to get your driver's license, you have to take a written test. You have to cover, you know how they make you cover one eye, read letters, right? And then you got to read it with the other one. But since you cover this one's blurry as fuck, and you got to read the other ones on this eye, right? So from there, you got to do 8 hours of driving. Drivers that course watch videos, take a test, pass that, and then there's a road test where someone sitting next to you with a fucking attitude, if they can fail you if they don't like you, you know, and all of that just to drive a vehicle, which is not designed to kill, but which is designed to protect, you know, to make sure that you don't kill somebody else. So why not have this system where you have something that's designed to kill, but also designed for other things, for sport and this and that. And everybody's rationalization, this is where I think the right fails. We shouldn't have to do that because it's our right. And I'm telling you, I dispute that because freedom ain't free. Totally. Okay? Well, free speech is a right, but is it really?
Yeah.
Can you tell your boss to suck a dick and not get fired?
There's
no, you can't.
Always.
Okay, so your constitutional rights and point the camera at me. Constitutional rights are there to protect you from government persecution. All right, free speech doesn't protect other free speech, and I think the same should apply to the Second Amendment. I think everybody should have a gun, but do I want my grandmother on my grandfather's side having a gun? She's senile. She thought street lights were aliens. Right?
Yeah,
picture her with a pistol.
Yeah, no.
Pow, pow.
Well, I mean, teaching people the repercussion or what the repercussions of it, because you said that the standards of getting your driver's license in New York are really high.
Yeah.
My same roommate / teammate in college, when she was talking about getting her driver's license in Norway, they physically strap kids. What she said, because I didn't research this, so
right.
They physically strap the kids into a car, drive them, or simulate them being in a car and getting hit, and like feeling the
Jesus,
like the effects of like what it does to your body
and that's navigated by the state
to wreck a car.
New Mexico?
Yeah, no, in Norway.
Oh, in Norway.
Yeah, so they teach the kids about what it feels like to wreck a car. That way, like, it scares them. Like, this, you are now controlling a huge, powerful vehicle that kills people.
Yep.
And so I think that same kind of precaution could be used to gun laws, like how to regulate it. I don't know.
It's more stringent.
I don't doubt.
I was in Germany for 3 years, 2.5 years.
Yeah, like teaching people what happens.
45 out of 50 signs, 90 out of 100 written questions. I had to take the test with a stick, you know, and I never drove a stick before, so I had to learn how to do that. And also a heightened emphasis on safety.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Norway. I think that's a little nutty, but then again,
but it makes sense. Like, if you're gonna drive a car, you might as well know what it feels like.
But you're also on roads with no speed limit too, so you got to make sure that's appropriate. In fact, I would suggest imperative. You know, so fuck. How did I get on guns, Jeff?
I don't know. I was looking for a picture of me shooting a gun.
Yeah, I think there's a picture of me holding a gun somewhere in my social media.
Yeah, well, I'm part of the new wave. I'm physically conservative and socially liberal. I believe in my guns and my gay people. You know, in fact, we should arm gays everywhere. Make sure that. I'm kidding. Yeah, so I was just curious. You're in New Mexico, and I knew you might have had a mixture of suburban and rural in you. So I was thinking.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't sway necessarily one way or the other. I think everyone has their opinions for good reason. And my family, like, half of them live way out in the sticks, and then half of them live in Rio Rancho, where like it's full suburb. So.
I was also in the United States Army too, so I learned how to fire a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I don't know if you could see it. Yeah, I have an expert badge up there somewhere.
Wow.
There. This wall I tried to leave as naked as I could because when I moved here and I was starting over, I wanted it to be white because I thought I didn't want to harp on my accomplishments. So
Hmm.
I took almost all of my trophies and plaques and threw them away, and I kept just the ones that meant, in spots,
The most.
chronological timelines. That trophy over there, that's my first co-ed trophy. I won that in Germany. The woman
Oh
or the
yeah.
man with tits. That's how they do co-ed
The man with
trophies.
jits.
That small one, the city of Darmstadt gave that to me. I won most outstanding player of the year in the German Region 1 championships.
Wow.
Someone else won MVP and they booed him, so they all got together and bought me a trophy. That's which I thought was, you want to talk about emotional, right?
Yeah. No,
Everything I said about
seriously.
Molly Turner, I'm like, I'm sorry. Come hug me, Molly. You can cry because I cried. I cried when they gave me that. That was my college championship, college conference, first club team. Everywhere I've coached in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I kept. That's New York Urban. That's in New York. That's an indoor league. Yeah.
The ball or the plaque?
The plaque. So it's like for $2,000 or whatever.
Wow.
So those were the good old days. But yeah. So you played. Did you play high school volleyball? 14 was early enough, right?
Yeah, I did.
And they saw a tall girl and they were like, okay.
Yep. Yeah, I was in an interesting situation. There was a brand new high school opening up in Rio Rancho, and so as they took a ton of the freshmen and stuff onto onto varsity, and so I got the opportunity to be a freshman on varsity and kind of learn as I went. And then I started playing club after my sophomore year, and then it just worked out. The University of New Mexico coaches were also the club coaches, and
Oh,
so
cool,
that's how
man.
I got recruited.
I made that wall smaller. We got a
Oh,
question.
the world's so
She
small.
is.
A question from
Yeah,
Chris Ships.
go Bows.
Oh my goodness, little Cassie. That's
Dude,
awesome.
if you look through some of the college photos, I look so young.
Oh my God, you
Well,
still
yeah,
look
it's kind of
young.
like my job to creep over here, so it's great.
Yeah.
But you still look young. You still look young. I mean, listen, we had this conversation about you avoiding the hot dog tan being out in the sun,
Oh my God,
but
yeah.
I'm still saying happy 23.
Oh,
So
there's my hick roommate. Yep, that's
A
her.
little blurry, but you
there it
definitely look
is.
super young there.
That's the hick roommate, Devin.
Yeah,
I
but
love her.
there's someone that's supposed to look in their 20s. That girl looks like she's 13. You know? Yeah,
I think it was freshman year.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my friend Chris Ships says, back to volleyball. What do you think about serving and misserves? I believe you can't win on tour if you don't serve in. Is it serve to win or serve hard and in? Let me know. I wish I was that young. That's Chris. He's a longtime friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
East Coast.
Yeah. I remember him because on my birthday, I went to Central Park and some people were practicing for Point Pleasant, so
Mhm.
they monopolized the courts and they were like, oh, Jason's, he's not serious. They knew I could play, so he's like, fuck it, play with me. So I jumped in with him and we like hosed everybody.
Yeah.
This
Make it
indoor guy with this beach guy, so I'll never forget him for that. He's just like, happy birthday. So
Oh, I love it.
yeah. But so what do you think?
In terms of serving,
Yeah. Depends on your opponent.
yeah, I mean, it depends on your opponent. It depends on your team as well.
Mhm.
I think I always prefer it's like if you're gonna have one person get after it, and then one person be the conservative placement
Have
server.
100% efficiency.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right? Depends on who's got an early topspin serve, who can who has a great, who can place really good float. I think there's a lot of really great servers on tour, and if you're able to get someone out of system, that's awesome. But it's gotten to the point where the game is getting so big and so physical, a lot of people can fix a bad pass with a really great set and still terminate. So
Yeah.
I do think serving's crucial, but it's also serving with strategy and serving to put your opponent in a position to maximize your opportunity to score. And whether that's like ripping a float down their line or topspin down the middle, it's really just like how you want the game.
So many
flow.
examples too. Like I always have this flashback at Jeff and Rafi Paulus is playing on Marciniak and Zahn, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. Close out the show with that because we already went in hours over. It's awesome. Jeff on Point Game. I remember I was, how I'm like behind the camera commentating like a lot of my YouTube videos, and I said he's probably just going to serve a lollipop because Zahn's going to set him tight, and when he does, I think Jeff has a good crash block. just forget the call and crash. And that was match point. And one play later, he served a lollipop,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was like, okay, interesting. And Zahn's set floated a little bit, and Jeff just trapped Marciniak for match point. And it was important because it was, he had other matches, and he had to, they were at 1-0, just close. It was like a closeout. It's important.
Yeah.
So that's an example when you serve a lollipop. And then you got Rafu, who's a streaky server. He'll miss a few, but when he's on,
He's on.
he's on.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a stat sheet on Rafu, like an end of game stat sheet, and he has 4 aces, that meant he won by a lot, because what doesn't show up are the out of system passes that
Yep.
weren't aces that resulted in down balls, or just the hitter losing their court vision, contingent on the call, of course.
Right.
And yeah. And I tell my indoor kids that too. I'm like, do you know what it's called when I want you to serve tough and not miss? It's called pressure.
Yeah. Put them in a system to.
It's called pressure.
Yeah.
All right. So let's finish with this, because I felt like I talked more than you did, and you're my guest. And then thank you for coming. I've been wanting to have you for a long time. Okay, you're a great player, and I'm looking forward to working with you. You're even pretty, so that helps too, because it's hard to work with a bunch of ugly people. Yeah, y'all know who y'all are too, the ugly ones. I see you sitting next to your friend saying, "Yeah, no, you're the ugly. He's the ugly one." So I get a text from Jeff, because Jeff's gonna just, we're all gonna have lunch at Rabani's, and Jeff and he lives across the street, so we don't. Sometimes we just yell, Jeff, you're Jason, whatever. So we're like, Jeff. So we get a text. I think it's Jeff. Maybe the text is gonna say "shut the fuck up" or something. I have a guest leaving, but it was an earlier text, and he said Eric Zahn killed himself.
Yeah.
Eric Zahn killed himself, and as this story about Eric Zahn continues to unfold, as the story continues to unfold, I understand he jumped out of the 29th floor in a hotel in Atlantic City. Now, I know some of the hotels are older, and you do have access to literally get out of the window, and some of them have decks. Some of the luxury suites that have a deck, and it's saddening, it's heartbreaking, and it's surprising, because I don't know him well, so I will pretext my comments by saying that I don't know him as well as Jeff knew him, or maybe even you. I didn't see it coming. He seemed like a guy who was very comfortable in his own skin. If you liked him, he was good with that. If you thought he was a douchebag, he wore that as a badge of honor too, because in his mind you cared enough to like or hate. So just thoughts. Where were you when you first heard it?
Yeah, I didn't hear about it till yesterday afternoon. I was driving back from Santa Monica, and I had a friend who lives in Dallas. She had known him previously and sent me a text like, "Hey, did you hear about this?" Because he had texted her just like asking just like one random question, like 2 days ago, and she was like, "Did you hear about this? Is this real?" And I had no idea. I didn't know Eric well. So I personally don't know what was going on, anything out of that. It's hard to lose. I mean, even though I didn't know, I'm sure a lot of other people don't know him, but we all know of each other, right? And we all have the same passion, so it's hard for the community to lose someone like that, and in that way.
So as sudden as it was, just shocking.
Yeah, and it's another thing to touch on. Like, the only reason I knew him was because social media, and then obviously like the AVP, but the front of the two ways you can get information, like I would have never thought based on social media or whatever else is out there for the visible public eye. I mean, you can paint whatever picture you want, and so, but you never really know if someone's struggling. You never really know what's going on in their personal life, and it's heartbreaking to know that people in your community, that people you're close with are close with, whether you're directly connected to them or not, can be struggling, and no one can know.
Right. I mean, I could normally go off on some tangent about how like everything we talk about is connected to mental health. We were just talking about gun control. We were talking. I talked a little bit about homelessness, or just and suicide is part of those things. But I'm not. I don't think I want to do that. That's. I think it's lazy, and it's cheap for me to take that approach. So I'll just say this for like everybody listening: if you have a friend, if you have a friend at home, or if you have a friend, long distance friend, whether you think they're, if you think they're going through something, and even though if your gut tells you that, and if you have no evidence to support it or refute that, just call them. Just call them. Tell them you love them.
Yeah.
Tell them I'm thinking about you. Tell them you love them. You know, tell them hang in there, because those things do help people who are mildly depressed, clinically depressed. We can, there's a whole other range of scope of things you can do, but sometimes just having a friend saying, "Hey, what's up? Let's go to Hennessy's. Let's go sing karaoke. Let's fucking chill."
Yeah.
So for those of you out there, the only piece of advice I can offer from a heartfelt place and not from this clinical place is just, hold your friends dear. Tell them you care, and they'll believe you. Tell them you love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. I think it's been said enough, but like, just be a good person. There's so many ugly people in the world, and if
We
you
live
can,
in a cynical world.
yeah, if you can do your part to just spread love wherever you go, and you don't have to do anything outstanding or outrageous, but love your neighbor, love the strangers.
Yeah.
Because that's even just like smiling at someone at the grocery store is a form of love, I think.
Goes a long way.
Yeah.
Goes a long way. It's one of the things I didn't miss about New York. I missed good food, Italian food, and I don't know if you've seen any of my pictures on social media.
Yes.
I brought new meaning to the word good time, good time, but I didn't miss people that don't smile and don't say a word.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? I mean, I guess I'm a California kid now because of that, but and I'm surprised that more New Yorkers don't do that to themselves too. Or maybe they do. I don't check stats, but smile goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Friends, strangers. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just don't get fucking kidnapped.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If you can avoid it, don't live in Albuquerque right now.
All right. I held
Their
you up
plan
long
of
enough.
kidnapping, like, where were they gonna take you?
Oh my God.
Well, it
Yeah.
actually
Please.
to tell you the rest of the story. So he like held me hostage in my own home for a while, and then I basically was just like, dude, let me go. I mean, I humanized myself. I swear the only reason he didn't, I mean, he found me in my underwear. Like, the only
Yeah.
reason he didn't harm me in any other way was because I just humanized myself and asked him about his mom, if he had a daughter, if he had sisters.
Yeah.
And then I eventually was just like, dude, I'll take you anywhere you need to go. I won't tell a soul. Just let me go. He ended up wanting to go to the other side of town. We picked up his like cracked out girlfriend, and um, little
Oh
did I
my
know,
God. She must have looked at you like, who's that bitch?
dude, she had no idea who I was. Like, even after, well,
It's
even
not
after,
funny. Stop laughing.
it is
Jason.
funny. It's funny now. I can talk about it now.
Okay.
But after, when I was talking to the police afterwards, she didn't even know I was in the car because they were so hopped up on drugs like heroin. I got my truck back. So whatever. End of the story. He ends up stealing my truck. He like physically throws me out of my truck, and steals it. And then, I get the police find my truck a few days later, and there was like needles and all kinds of drugs and thousands of dollars worth of stolen stuff. Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
they got him. He's in
Yeah.
jail now.
Good. Hope he's listening to this.
I hope not.
Oh my God. Yeah, because he knows where you are.
Yeah.
I think in this. Listen,
Yeah,
Cassie,
hope he's not listening to this.
Cassie, I would suggest you in this community. Let's say you have a little help from your friends here. Because of the work everybody put in, we in Hermosa Beach in this bubble that I used to just point at and laugh at now, and now proud to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
We take care of our own.
Yeah.
We love our own. We all, this is a special group of people in this timeline. As you get older, you look back and say that's not replaceable.
Yeah.
I had a group like that in New York too, in Central Park. So, all right. And with that being said, hey, we got to do this again when I'm a little bit more prepared to talk about subject matter. And Jeff,
Yes.
big up to Jeff Samuels, man. We got practice later on today, right?
Coaching.
Yeah, we are, right? I'm fucking beat though. I'm like, Jeff, man,
Tired,
you got my
yeah.
back today. But Cassie House, ladies and gentlemen,
My
the one,
man.
the only, Cassie House.
Thanks for
For
having me
Cassie
on.
House, I'm
Appreciate
Jason
it.
DeBeers and Jeff Tekinen. I say so long. Be good, baby. Be good, people.